Y'all, we have breaking news information related to these text messages in the Lilly and Jack Sullivan case. As the silence becomes deafening, we do have some perspective. Lilly and Jack Sullivan allegedly disappeared on May 2nd by their mother, who reported them around 10 a.m., allegedly. Their mother, Malehya, reported them missing, stating that they exited out this sliding glass door and after exiting through the sliding glass door, decided to play in their backyard. Further stating that when they exited the backyard, they must have wandered off into the woods and got lost. However, Malehya, their mother, believes somebody had abducted the children and was calling for an Amber Alert, but the RCMP stated there was no proof or evidence that these children were abducted, and they made that statement very early on in the case. The RCMP put together one of the largest searches for Lilly and Jack Sullivan and produced no results. But when they went missing, Malehya was explaining a lot through text messages and Messenger. One of those message threads were from Lilly and Jack's biological grandmother. Belinda, Cody's mother, reached out to Malehya to find out what happened to the children. And Malehya, from the very beginning, was driving this narrative that they were abducted. Belinda is Cody's mother, and Cody is the biological father to Lilly and Jack Sullivan. And she released some of the text messages she initially had the very first day she found out Lilly and Jack were missing. I found some of the statements between them very alarming and very manipulative. She was on one hand trying to say the kids got out of the house. On the other hand, she was trying to say that they were abducted. There's no telling what Malehya was conveying to the family that morning that she says the children disappeared. But I am really looking at Daniel and Malehya's behavior, and both of their behaviors are screaming some type of foul play to me. I don't believe them, and I don't trust them. And I'm starting to believe Daniel just a little bit more. But then I start hearing from people that I value their opinion. I start reviewing people like the deception detective, which I value the opinion of this deception detective quite highly. If you don't know who he is, he's an attorney trained in statement analysis. He has never liked the statements from Daniel nor Malehya and what he equates to deception. And the deception detective, on the latest statement from Daniel Martell, he's saying this is next to blackmail, emotional blackmail. He's trying to say that the mother is failing to show up or even speak out for her children, and us, the public, needs to quit being mean to her and attacking her. I don't think discussing this case and the public's opinion of Malehya is going to change because Daniel says so. Where are Lilly and Jack? And what does Daniel and Malehya truly know about their disappearance? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Bullhorn Betty channels, and let me know your thoughts about this. This case is driving me bonkers. Well, hello, my beautiful people of Tiki Talkie. I am Bullhorn Betty. We cover true crime here on the Tiki Talk, as well as YouTube and all social media platforms. And this is related to Jack and Lilly Sullivan. They disappeared from their Nova Scotia, Lansdowne Station trailer, Nova Scotia, Canada. And a lot of people have been scrutinizing the parents, and we're going to be going over some of the information. I just dropped an updated video, and it is related to these. These are text messages that were had between Cody Sullivan, that's the biological dad of these two children, the absent father, and his mother, which is grandma to these children, and Malehya, the biological mother of these children. So Malehya was having a conversation with Belinda, grandma, this May 2nd time frame. And so we're learning a lot of information about what she was telling the family, what she most likely was telling law enforcement. We heard her one and only statement that she made to the public. And we're looking into this case. So let me just go back up here and say hi to all those beautiful folks coming in here. Ellie, Stardust, Lil Bits, nice to see you. Angie, Bossy Lee Mom, Bossy Lee's mom, it's nice to see you. Sandra, good morning. Philly, Bama Girl, good morning. Cotton, good morning. Gloria, Jewelry, it's nice to see you. Game Girl, hey, hey, hey. It's nice to see you. Anna, I see Anna up in the house. It's nice to see you all. Thank you for being here. So if you guys are just coming in, we are covering the case of Lilly and Jack Sullivan. And what's kind of kicking this off is something that I saw on the Deception Detective. If you guys are following this case on all social media platforms, not just here on TikTok, this guy here is on YouTube, and he is an attorney trained in statement analysis. And I went back and reviewed some of this, his work and what he felt related to this particular case. And what I found is he really hasn't cared for Daniel's statements from the beginning. He doesn't like them. He doesn't like Malehya's statements. He's saying there's deception. There's definitely deception. And then the most recent post he made on X is talking about this is blackmail. What is he talking about? Well, you guys know that Lilly and Jack disappeared on May 2nd, and Daniel Martell is kind of this quasi, stepfather. They're not, him and Malehya are not married, but they share a 16-month-old daughter, Meadow. So they have this, he's quasi, stepdad, but not really. They never signed the dotted lines to make it official. He's been out in the public talking about this case and keeping it really front and foremost. He's really wanting the public to believe he doesn't know anything. He has nothing to do with this. And then we're hearing about this substance abuse. We've got a cousin speaking. We've got a grandma speaking to the public. We got people that are leaking some information out there so we can understand why we are here. And there are substances involved in this story. However, when the children went missing, it was Malehya that said, hey, do we not hear anything in the house? Daniel gets up allegedly and runs all over the place. It's Malehya that walked out of the very first briefing with her, and went to the ambulance and took off and has never been back. We've also confirmed that she was told Meadow could not be there. But she was never told she couldn't be there. They just asked her to take Meadow to, probably the grandmother or something like that. Well, the weird thing is in all of these messages that she has with Cody's mom, grandmother, it's really pushing this abduction narrative and really trying to make people the guilt thing. Like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe the children just ran off. I never thought they would just run off on me. Those types of things, right? So it when I'm reading this, it's bouncing back and forth between her trying to make the grandma believe that these kids wandered off, but also trying to make these kids believe that the children were abducted. So there's no evidence of either. There's no evidence that these children really walked from the house at all. So far from everything that we've heard. But there was a vigil for these children. There was a vigil, and the mom didn't show up. And Daniel Martell tells the world that Malehya's mental health is what is preventing her from being here or participating, and that her mental health is going to be affecting their daughter. Everybody needs to back up. Quit accusing her. She's got nothing to do with this. Yada, yada, yada. Quit being mean to Malehya. And the Deception Detective is saying, he's calling BS. He's calling BS and saying that his statements are next to trying to emotionally blackmail the public. So we quit talking about the fact that the mother ran off and hasn't showed back up for her 2 young babies that she's trying to allege ran off, or was abducted. Yet she's never publicly come to the public and said, whoever has my children, please just let them go. Nothing. It was more important for her to go on Facebook and state that her and Daniel are broke up than it is trying to find her children. And that's the problem the public has. And I don't think the statements that Daniel says of backing up, quit being mean to Malehya, is really going to stop us from talking about the disgusting behavior of this one mother. So check out my video. We'll be back. I'll be doing another video on Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers later today. And we're going to be giving you guys an update on the Decker sisters as well. So stay tuned here to the Bullhorn Betty channel. We'll be in and out all day long. It's nice to see you all. And please don't forget to be part of the community, right? We have a community here on TikTok. So please add me, bookmark me, whatever you need. We cover true crime, and I usually dive very, very deep in the cases that we're covering. This case here is going to be a little different because honestly, I can't make it to Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia is a pretty long drive and a pretty long trip, and a very costly one at that. So this is going to be one that we're only going to be able to monitor and advocate for from the sidelines. So please just keep these beautiful babies in your thoughts and prayers. It's been well over a month. Law enforcement early on stated that they do not believe these children are alive. This is a recovery mission. And this is suspicious circumstances. That area is not riddled with a whole bunch of populated people and where their children are just, if they stand out there, they may be snatched. There's very few people in this community, very few people around these children. We have a mother that is detaching from these kids long before they disappeared. As soon as she had Meadow, she had this unnatural detachment from Lilly and Jack, according to everything that we're uncovering. So this is heating up, and it's not looking good, as many of our audience thought. So we're just going to keep praying and praying that they do find them. But I have to believe they have to be somewhere near that home, especially if Daniel or Malehya had any hand in this. They couldn't be too far, okay? They just need to find them. God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you soon.